following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Game time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game, and so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level of my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
7th, playing center field, number 59, Preston Gall. Batting 8th, playing second base, number 1, Gage Orr. Batting 9th, the catcher, number 32, Max Frank. Non-starters for the Eagles, Preston Graber, Michael Mahoney, Thomas Newman, and Kason Raw. Head coach Sam Joseph, he's assisted by Jim Rolson and Jake Stillwell.
All right, and we welcome you to Young Field here as they just introduced the starting lineups for the Jamestown Eagles, and now the Bismarck Governors are next.
Number 4, Lucas Vasey.
Apologize for the audio issues earlier, but you can hear us now.
Batting third, left fielder number 7, Isaac Pegars.
That's royalty.
Cleanup hitter, first baseman number 19, Noah Riedinger. Batting fifth, designated hitter number 10, Carter Kruger. Batting sixth, the shortstop number 17, Michael Fogerland. Batting seventh, left fielder number 21, Parker Sagsby. Batting eighth, the second baseman number 2, Ryan Kite. Batting ninth, the catcher number 25, Maxon Vig. Pitching today for the Governors, number 11, Carson Machenbacher. Non-starters for the Governors, Wyatt Kraft, Preston Birch, Matthew Porter, Marcus Butts, Luke Pengilly, and Ryan Kite. Head coach is Mike Skyland. He's assisted by Blaine Steiner, Travis Stevens, and Joel Torres. Now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the East Region Legion Baseball representative, Larry Reed, to lead us through the American Legion Baseball Code of Sportsmanship.
Gentlemen, repeat after me. I will keep the rules. Keep faith with my teammates. Keep my temper, keep myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride under in victory. Keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body.
Thank you, Larry. Umpires for today's game behind the plate, Mark Riggs. On the bases, Dave Clunt and Andrew Fisher. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to play ball.
All right.
Time conditions, it's 77 degrees.
You just heard it, 77 degrees here at Young Field in West Fargo as the Bismarck Governors finishing 16-2 in conference play, losing the tiebreaker to Fargo Post 2. As a result, they come into the state tournament as the number 2 seed. Jamestown with a 5-0 win over Minot in the play-in game to lock in the 7th seed. They scored all 5 of those runs in the bottom of the 4th inning in that particular ball game. If you missed it, it's available on demand here on Magnitude Sports, as we were there at Jack Brown Stadium for that game this past Saturday. Going through your lineups one more time really quickly here. Bismarck Governors, 1, 2, and 3. Third baseman Luke Vasey. Center fielder Gavin Lill and right fielder Isaac Pegors. Middle of the order, 4, 5, 6. First baseman Noah Riedinger. The designated hitter Carter Kruger and the shortstop Mike Fogerland. The 7, 8, and 9 batters are left fielder Parker Sagsveen, second baseman Ryan Kite, and the catcher Max Vig. And then on the mound is Carson Machenbacher for the Governors. For the Jamestown Eagles, batting first will be 1, 2, and 3 Mason Lunsman, the pitcher. Left fielder Connor Hoyt, right fielder Jackson Walters. Middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 shortstop Jacoby Nold. Third baseman Peyton Hochhalter. The six batters, the first baseman Carson Orr. 7, 8, and 9 bottom of the order. Center fielder Preston Gall. Second baseman Gage Orr, and the catcher Max Frank. Once again, Mason Lunsman will be batting first and pitching on the mound for the Jamestown Eagles. And there's a good look at Carson Machenbacher. maybe a little bit too of a good look there. I can back up just a little bit there so it's not quite as blurry. Maybe we have to wipe down our lens there. I don't know, one of the two, or maybe both. But once again, around the bases here for the Bismarck Governors. Machenbacher on the mound. He'll toss his pitches into the mid of Max Vig behind the plate. And then around the bases at first base, Noah Riedinger. Ryan Kipe at second, Mike Fogelin is shortstop, Luke Vasey at third, Gavin Lill in center, Isaac Pegors in right, and Parker Sagsveen in left. As we go now here to the top of the first, and the first pitch is going to be hit out, pop out to left field. And a nice grab there by Sagsveen in left field for the first out, as he had to deal with the sun on that one. 4:29 p.m. approximate time of the first pitch. And a one pitch, one out peak efficiency here for the Governors. That pitch will come across for a ball. It's Connor Hoyt, the batter. 4 for 7 when playing on Magnitude Sports for Connor Hoyt. Jamestown in the black, and Bismarck in the white with red hats and red numbers. Sometimes they have red, sometimes they have white, sometimes they have blue, sometimes they have a little mixture of all three colors on one of their uniforms. 3 balls and no strikes now here to Connor Hoyt. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Essentia Health, the network center in Fargo, and mortgage lender Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union, as Machenbacher will cash in on his free strike coupon on the 3-0 count. 3-1 now with one away, and that one's popped up, fouled away, third base side. It'll be 3-2. 1 minute into the ball game now. Machenbacher, 6 pitches, and he's delivered 3 balls and 3 strikes, and still has Connor Hoyt at the plate here. And that one is ripped hard. A little soft line drive into right field. And that is good for a base hit, and that puts a runner on base here for the Jamestown Eagles.
Right fielder number 24, Jackson Walters.
So reset the count here for Jackson Walters. Walters, when playing on Magnitude, all his hits have gone to left field. He's had 1 bunt single that went in the direction of the pitcher. A couple of flyouts, 1 to left, 1 to center. Takes a strike there, and a nice pitch by Machenbacher as he sends it down the middle for an 0-1 count. Broadcast coverage also brought to you by the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck, Dickinson, and Williston, as well as 11 other North Dakota locations. Runnings, Buffalo Wild Wings, Sweet Shots in Fargo, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, and the Knickerbocker in Hickson, bringing you broadcast coverage of this year's state tournament. Next pitch is in for a strike to Walters, and it's an 0-2 count here in favor of Machenbacher on the mound, with pitch number 10 coming up here for the Bismarck Governor pitcher. He'll try the pickoff attempt there on Connor Hoyt, and Hoyt's back in time. Once again, Hoyt the runner on first for Jamestown, as they have a hit in this game. And the pitch is high for a ball, high and in. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Here's the 1-2, and that one's hit hard into left field, and the bats are working so far here for Jamestown as Walters gets a single and moves his teammate up to second base. And that's hit number 2 now here for Jamestown, and bring up Jacoby Nold.
Number 10, Jacoby Nold.
So Nold, the batter, Walters on first, Connor Hoyt on second, and a good start to this one here for Jamestown. We're 3 minutes in. Machenbacher with pitch 12 as he looks back at Hoyt on second and delivers a strike. 0-1. Jacoby Nold has had some success here on Magnitude Sports. 7 for 9 when stepping up to the plate, and that might make it 7 for 10.
That's a job.
As he will fly out to right field, and now the runner will tag on second. And some nice movement there by Vasey, the third baseman for the Governors, as that one was heading towards the fence and had it. It's possible that Hoyt may have scored. So they fly out to right, serves the equivalent of a sack bunt. As both runners advance.
Take some notes on that throw.
And now with 2 away, it's Peyton Hochhalter. Here's the pitch, and he went too far in his swing, or at least oh, the first base umpire says he did not, so it's coming in as a ball. 1-0. Certainly looked like he went through enough of his swing to gain the strike, but apparently not. Pitch 15 for Machenbacher now. We're 5 minutes into the ball games. He stares down Walters on second and delivers a ball. I almost wanted to call it a strike, but it is indeed 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch. That one's low and in for ball 3. So 3 pitches and 3 balls to Peyton Hochhalter. On deck is Carson Orr with 2 away. And 2 runners in scoring position. Another base hit here for Jamestown could put them on the scoreboard. And that will come in for a strike. And it's 3-1. Once again, Hochhalter the batter. Carson Orr on deck. If Hochhalter can reach base. And the 3-1. And he'll swing and miss. Pitch went a little bit to the outside, and the bat wasn't quite long enough to make contact on it. Full count now, 3-2. And the payoff. This one chopped into the glove of Ryan Kite. He'll fire it over to first. That'll prevent the run from scoring. They strand 2 on base, and we go to the middle of the first. And that'll be a ground out on a 4-3, and that'll send us now to the bottom of the first with Luke Vasey, Gavin Lill, and Isaac Pegor as the batters due up here for Bismarck when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. We'll be back in just a moment.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford truck giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today, and thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
All right, welcome back. It's Lucas Vasey, the batter. As Jamestown leaves 2 stranded on base in a 0-0 ball game here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. This half of the inning brought to you by the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck as another strike comes in. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now here to Luke Vasey.
Played the 10:30 game and still rocking his jersey.
And the pitch is a little bit low for a ball. 2-2 the count now. Broadcast coverage also brought to you by West Fargo Baseball, Post 400 Baseball, Uber Eats, Essentia Health, and Game Time. Once again, if you could patronize the businesses you hear about in this broadcast, we'd certainly appreciate that. Without them, it certainly would not be possible to bring you every single game of the state tournament this year here on Magnitude Sports for the 2nd year in a row. 3 years ago, we did select games. The last 2 years, we did all the games. And this one, Vasey gonna fly it out to center. Preston Gall is there for the catch. Gavin Lill will be the batter now here for the Bismarck Governors.
Number 9, Gavin Lill.
As 1 is down. Lill, 3 for 7 lifetime at the batter's box here on Magnitude Sports. He takes the pitch for a strike there. Mason Lunsman on 7 tosses, 3 balls and 4 strikes here for the Jamestown Post 14 Eagles. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and it's strike 2. We saw probably what was expected in the first game with Post 2 winning, and then we saw probably what was, according to rankings, unexpected. According to anybody who doesn't put rankings as a priority, then that game probably went exactly as expected. Either team could have won that. If they were to play the game again right now, good chance that Mandan would have a little bit tougher time if those two teams met up in the tournament later here in future rounds. Gavin Lill with the ground out. And now Isaac Pigors. Pigors, right center field hitter. When playing on Magnitude, he's absolutely avoided anything to the left of the shortstop. And that one's going to go about a hair right to the shortstop as well, and that is good for a 6-3 ground out. So that was a quick 1-2-3 inning here, and remain 0-0 here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. We'll take a timeout, and when we return, we'll be back with more here in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Now batting, number 5.
Nice seats. $50 though?
Hey, this dude got his seat for only $20 on Game Time.
Whoa.
Game Time tracks ticket prices in real time and finds you all the best last-minute deals, so you can get tickets for up to 60% off.
60% off?
Mystical ballpark voice?
Yeah.
That guy freaks me out.
Download Game Time now. Come on, do it.
All right, welcome back. Young Field here in West Fargo. It's the 2022 North Dakota American Legion AA State Baseball Tournament. 2 games down and 12, maybe 13 to go. We'll have to find out over the first 11 games if we will have that extra game or not. 1 ball, 1 strike. The batter is Carson Orr. Once again, Machenbacher on the mound. Max Vig behind the plate catching for the Governors. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Noah Riedinger at first. Ryan Kipe at second. Mike Fogerlin, the shortstop. Luke Vasey at third. Gavin Lill in center. Parker Sagsveen in left. Isaac Pigors in right. And that is going to be a swing and a miss for a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout for Machenbacher, and it's his first of the game, and now he'll try and get his second of the game here against Preston Gall. 12 minutes into the ball game now. Machenbacher will be tossing pitch 24, according to my numbers unofficially. Here's the windup, and the delivery is low in for a ball. 1-0 here to Preston Gall. Jamestown had a fairly decent top of the first, but the only downside is they left 2 runners in scoring position on second and third. Otherwise, their bats were clicking there in the top of the first, and we'll see if they can click here in the top of the second with 1 away or not. Machenbacher 2-0, and that one hit well to right field, but not quite well enough. Isaac Pigors will track that one down, and on the 1-1 pitch, he will fly out to right for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Gage Orr.
Second baseman, number 1, Gage Orr.
He'll face pitch 27 from Machenbacher. And that one hit sharply, a bouncing ball over to Vasey. He fires it across the diamond on the 5-3 connection to Riedinger, and that will do it here for the top of the second. 1.5 complete, and it'll be Riedinger, Kruger, and Fogerlin. Middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6. Riedinger will face pitch 11 from Mason Lunsman on the mound when we return after this here on Magnitude.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking, Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, Noah Riedinger takes the first pitch of the top of the second out to right for out number 1. More shallow right center to be more exact.
Designated hitter number 10, Carter Kruger.
Yeah, I'm like 12 years. Over 2 countries. We still won at 8-1.
Carter Kruger now steps up to the plate. 2 for 7 lifetime on Magnitude Sports. He has a hit to left and a hit to right center. And a handful of flyouts. Reach base on an error. Charged to a shortstop on a previous game here on Magnitude Sports. That one fouled straight back, and now we're looking at an 0-2 count here for Carter Kruger. Lunsman, 13 pitches, 10 of them found the strike zone. He'll set, wind, and deliver the 0-2, and that one came that close to nicking him on his left elbow. And it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Carter Kruger. Mike Fagerlin on deck. And if one or both of those can get on base, which they will just now with that hit to center field, and he will put on the brakes there, and we might see Parker Sagzine this inning as well, is what I was trying to say and all of that. So a hit to center on the ground there for Kruger. It's good for a single, and they'll put another base hit on the board. That is now their second hit of the game. First hit of the game, I was looking at Jamestown, and that was my apologies. So first hit of the game for the Bismarck Governors here in the home half of the second. 1 ball, no strikes to Fagerlin. Fagerlin, 2 for 5 on Magnitude Sports. And the 1-0 delivery. And Fagerlin will swing and miss, and taking off for second is Kruger. 1-1 with Kruger on the wild strike, if that's what you'd like to call it. Give him credit for a stolen base on that. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. 1's across the board here for the Governors. And the 1-1 pitch. And that one ripped foul and went early to send it towards the Governor dugout. Governors in the third base dugout. And the Jamestown Eagles in the first base dugout here at Young Field in West Fargo. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lunsman will look back at Kruger and deliver the pitch, and it's in for a ball, 2-2. Coming up after this game at approximately 7:30 p.m., it's the West Fargo Patriots and the Fargo Post 400 Stars. So stay tuned for that one. 2-2 on the way. Eventually, here's the wind in the delivery, and that one's going to be popped up. And this could be a play here for Hochhalter, and he will make the grab in foul territory, and Fagerlin will pop out for out number 2 of the inning. And that'll bring up Parker Sagsveen, I believe, the left fielder. Yep. Our PA announcer would agree with me that he is indeed the left fielder. So now Bismarck with 2 outs has a runner in scoring position like Jamestown did in the top of the first. Swing and a miss there for a strike. 0-1 here to Sagsveen. If he can reach base, Ryan Kipe would be on deck here for Bismarck. The 0-1 comes a little bit too far inside. 1-1 to count. 19 minutes time of the ball game so far here with 2 away in the home half of 2. 2 2/3 of the game complete. And the 1-1. That one's fouled off. He'll golf swing that off to the right side of the batter's box. Well, 4 matchups for you tomorrow, same times, 10:30, 1:30, 4:30, and 7:30 for you here on Magnitude Sports. As Gage Orr, the second baseman, will trot to the right. And now moving to the right is Carson Orr. Make that the right fielder Jackson Walters will chase that one over towards the bullpen as that pop up, I should say. Went a little bit deeper than I thought it did. It'll be fouled away, and 1-2 remains the count here for Parker Sagsveen. Once again, Ryan Kipe is in the on-deck circle here for the Governors. It's the number 2 versus the number 7 seed here. We've had 1 higher seed win and 1 higher seed lose so far in this tournament. And this one ripped off the handle of the bat on a 2-bouncer to Hochhalter. Fires it over to Carson Orr for the 5-3 ground out, and they will strand a runner in scoring position. Max Frank, Mason Lunsman, Connor Hoyt. It's batters 9, 1, and 2. Max Frank will face pitch 28 from Achenbacher. When we return after this, 0-0 between the Jamestown Eagles and the Bismarck Governors here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. Back in a moment. The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive.
Leading off top the third, catcher number 32, Max Frank.
All right, welcome back to Young Field here. It's the state tournament hosted in West Fargo, and the host team will play after this game. Assuming this game gets some runs accumulated. 0-0 through 2 here on the Essentia Health scoreboard, and that's a bouncing ball to Vasey at third, and he'll pick it up in the routine 5-3 ground out over to Riedinger at first for 1 pitch, 1 out once again here from Achenbacher. It's the second time he's done it in 3 innings, and now Mason Lunsman will be the batter up to deck here for Jamestown. Lunsman 0 for 1. As we return back to the top of the order here for Jamestown, he would fly one out to left field as he takes this pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1. Once again, Achenbacher to Vig. And now Lunsman to Kipe, and Kipe to Riedinger for a 4-3 ground out. And that takes care of second and first. You got Fagerlin at short, Vasey at third.
Left fielder number 15, Connor Hoyt.
Connor Hoyt, 1 for 1, single to right field last time he was at the plate. Part of it. And a swing and a miss. Once again, the bat a little bit short there for Walters. Strike one. He singled into left field last time he was at the plate as well. Jamestown with a runner on base now. And that one fouled down the third base line almost to the same spot where he hit that single. And it's 0-2. Only the more on my thought here in a little bit is a base hit blooped out into shallow center for Jackson Walters, who's now 2 for 2 now here in this contest, moving Connor Hoyt up to second. Now Jacoby Nold steps up to the plate. 1 error in this game, 1 error in the game prior to that. I believe there was 3 or 4 in the first game this morning. So a total of 6 errors in the tournament so far. Pitch comes in a little high for a ball, 1-0.
That's my 9-hole hitter.
Once again, Connor Hoyt on second, Jackson Walters on first, and the pitch inside for a ball. 2-0 to Jacoby Nold. Peyton Holkalter on deck. Machenbacher will look back at second, wind and deal. And that one finds the gap over the head of Fagerlund into left center field. That one will roll all the way to the Green Monster. Scoring is Connor Hoyt. He will round third. Also rounding third is Jackson Walters. It's a 2-run double for Jacoby Nold. And Jamestown strikes first here in the top of the third. Now bring up Peyton Holkalter now with 2 away and a runner on second. So they do not leave 2 stranded in scoring position this time, at least not yet anyway. They get those 2 across the plate. That pitch will come in for a strike for Machenbacher, and it's 0-1. Holkalter, he grounded out right over to Ryan Kite, the second baseman last time he was at the plate. Now he faces the 0-1 pitch here from Machenbacher, and he'll snap that one out over towards Fagerlund. On a couple of bounces, he picks it up, and he's out. He was able to pick it on the hop, and that will strand 1 runner on base, and that will be a 6-3 ground out. It'll bring up Ryan Kite, Max Vig, and Lucas Vasey. Batters 8, 9, and 1. Mason Lunsman with pitch 26. Winner return after this here on Magnitude.
Magnitude Sports would like to remind you that whether you're watching from home or watching from the stands, to please respect officials. Without high school officials, games are canceled and players lose playing time. Contact your local high school to find out how you can become an official and stay connected to the game you love.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
All right, Ryan Kite, the batter. Takes the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 here to Ryan Kite. And now Ryan Kite will see ball 2. 2-0. Once again, this half of the inning brought to you by the Bismarck Bone and Joint Center. Certainly appreciate their support. Broadcast coverage also brought to you by the Network Center in Fargo and Essentia Health. And there's a base hit for Ryan Kite into left field as he finds the gap between short and third. And now the Bismarck Governors have an early runner on base.
Catcher number 25, Max Vig.
Max Vig, 1 for 4 lifetime on Magnitude. He has a lone hit to center field. 2 flyouts to center and 1 flyout to right. It's a 2-0 ball game here in favor of Jamestown on the Essentia Health scoreboard, and that pitch is low and out for a swing and a miss strike. 0-1. 29 minutes into the ball game, 29 pitches. Here comes pitch 30 after a couple glances at Kipe on first, and that one hit hard. One bounce to third. Hochhalter up to second, over to first. Safe at first, out at second. So that's one out. They get the lead runner. So Vig will reach on a fielder's choice. And it'll be 5-4 on the force out at second. And now Lucas Vasey will step up to the plate here for the Governors. He would fly out to center field last time he was up as we flip it back over to the top of the order here for Bismarck. And that pitch comes in a little bit low for a ball. It's 1-0 here to Vasey. On deck is Gavin Lill. Isaac Pegors to follow. Jamestown Eagles, last time they played in a championship game was about this time last year in Single A. This is their first year in Double A baseball, and they are the 7th seed in the state tournament. Not a bad start for your first year in the Double A ranks. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wahpeton would end up winning that Single A game last year against Jamestown. 2-1 the count now. I'm drawing a blank, and I shouldn't draw a blank, but I know their pitcher had just an amazing game pitching. I think he held Jamestown to maybe 1 hit at the max. 2-2 the count now here to Luke Vasey. Wind up from Lunsman. That one just over the outstretched arm of Gage Orr. It'll land for a base hit into right field. They'll put 2 runners on base for Gavin Lill. And another nice hit there for the Governors. Gavin Lill grounded out to third on a 5-3 last time he was at the plate. 1 away, and now the tying run is on first for the Bismarck Governors. We'll see if they can get those runners around the rest of the bases here to tie this one up as they trail 2-0 here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. 32 minutes into the ball game. Lunsman sets. He looks around, looks at second, winds and delivers, and the pitch is in for a ball. A little low and a 1-0 the count. The stool could be an inch higher, and I could see those low pitches and without having to make a guess. Look back at second twice, quick glance at first, and got a strike in there. 1-1 the count. One ball, 1 strike. And there's a strike there. And the doubleheader earlier this year between these two clubs, Bismarck would take both games. Jamestown looking good so far here through 2 and almost 2.5. Now on, a nice block there by Frank to keep the runners on first and second, and it's ball 2, excuse me. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a 2-0 ball game here with 2 runners on. Wind up, and the 2-2 is fouled off. So remain 2-2 as that was pitch 40, 13 balls, 27 strikes for Lunsman on 40 tosses. Lunsman normally playing center field. Jackson Walters I believe this is maybe his 2nd game the entire season playing right field. As normally that outfield is shifted, and Walters doesn't play outfield when Lunsman's out in center field and they have somebody else on the mound. But with Lunsman on the mound today, they had to do a little mix-up in the outfield from what they're normally used to. Full count here for Lunsman, and the payoff pitch in for ball 4. And he'll walk them and load the bases. And Isaac Pegors will be the batter. No activity yet from the Jamestown dugout.
Number 7, Isaac Pegors.
And there's a strike. Pegor's grounded out to the shortstop on a 6-3 last time he was at the plate. In the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Pegor's taking a big cut there. Now he's down on the count 0-2 with one away and the base is loaded. Vig on third, Vasey on second, Lil on first. And the 0-2 from Lundsman. And that one sent to right field. It drifts foul. And it will go out of play. They'll remain 0-2. Pegor's has a couple of home runs and a ground rule double when playing on Magnitude. So, and had that last one stayed fair, quite possibly would have been a grand slam. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now here to Pegor's. As Lundsman trying to work Pegor's here at the plate. He has a pitch or two to work with here. Looking for his second strikeout of the game. And that one, he got him! Pegor's goes down looking. That puts 2 away for Bismarck. Brings up Noah Riedinger 0 for 1 with a fly out to shallow right center last time he was at the plate.
Noah Riedinger.
So Riedinger, once again, 0 for 1 with that fly out to right center. Lil on first, Vasey on second, Vig on third. The faces on the bases for Bismarck. That pitch comes in, side for a ball, 1-0. And the 1-0 windup. And that one off the handle of the bat, and that'll even things up at 1 piece. 1 ball, 1 strike. As he fouls that off to the right side of the batter's box. Carter Kruger on deck if Riedinger can reach base. Once again, the base is loaded. Gavin Lill first, Luke Vasey second, Max Vig on third. Lundsman sets. Gets a signal. Wines delivers the 1-1 and missed the outside edge for ball 2. And the 2-1. That one hit well to left field. Running after it, and it is going to go all the way to the wall, and this game is going to be tied, and they're going to try and send a third runner around. Here comes the throw. It will not be, it'll be cut off by the shortstop, Jacoby Nold, and Bismarck takes a 3-2 lead here on the Essentia Health scoreboard.
Designated hitter number 10, Carter Kruger.
So Riedinger with a bases clearing double to the left field wall. And now a visit to the mound here for Jamestown. Both teams with 4 hits in this game. And Jamestown, after taking a 2-0 lead in the top half of the 3rd inning, have now seen that lead come to a close as they now trail 3-2 on 1 swing of the bat. Thanks to Noah Riedinger, who sent it all the way to the left field wall, and that would score. Max Vig from 3rd, Lucas Vasey from 2nd, and Gavin Lill from 1st. Riedinger with a 3-run RBI double to left field. And that makes the score 3-2 here on the Essentia Health scoreboard as they visit on the mound here for Jamestown. Comes to a conclusion. Once again, this half inning brought to you by the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck. Also want to say thanks to Runnings, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Sweet Shots in Fargo, along with Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, for making broadcast coverage of the state tournament possible here on Magnitude Sports, along with Post 400 Baseball and West Fargo Baseball. Visit on the mound is now over. Carter Kruger, 1 for 1, singled into center field last time he was at the plate. Here's the pitch, and now it's inside for a strike. Nice pitch there. Curved ball by Lundsman. Started down the middle, came over the inside edge, and when Kruger was crowding the plate, there's nothing he could do about that, as he would get jammed up and probably foul it off if he tried to take a swing on that one. Here's the 0-1, and he tried to do the same thing, but missed it a little bit low. Now even it up at a ball and a strike.
That's what I was wondering. I wonder if he could have. That's what I was wondering. We talked about it. Because he kind of went home a lot.
1-1 as he looks back at Riedinger on second. And now time is called, so that pitch will not count for anything. 53 pitches on 54 tosses for Lundsman. And now pitch 54. And that one, another curveball for a strike. 1-2. Five runs, 4 hits for each team. 4 runners left on base total. Hard hit ball to third. And now the hard throw to first, safe. And now advancing to third is Riedinger. And you have runners on the corners. That was a tough throw for Hochhalter. He had to throw it from the ground. It's going to go into the books as an infield base hit for Kruger. That puts runners on the corners now for Mike Fagerlund, the shortstop. 0 for 1. Popped out to the third baseman, Hochhalter, in foul territory last time he was at the plate. Sees that pitch hit the edge for a strike. And Lundsman keeping his team in this with some fairly healthy pitching early on here. And we'll see if he can keep that going through the upcoming innings here for Jamestown. The 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Had some fairly quick games. I believe all of them were under an hour and a half. Have to look back at the official times. And he'll reach for that one, pay the price. They'll strand 2 on base. And that'll end the third inning of play. 3-2 in favor of the Bismarck Governors over the Jamestown Eagles here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. And we'll be back after this break here on Magnitude. Looking for a new home? Make home happen by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 97% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Top half of the fourth inning, first baseman number 55, Carson.
All right, welcome back. Carson Orr steps up to the plate and he bombs one foul to the right field side, and that's good for strike 1. He struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. Carson Orr still looking for his first hit on Magnitude Sports. He's 0 for 3, including his last at bat. And now he's a strike away from being 0 for 4. Achenbacher's 0-2 is outside and high. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Bismarck, the 2 seed. Fargo post 2, the 1 seed. West Fargo, the 3 seed in this tournament. hit ball to Vasey, and Vasey gets it over, and Riedinger keeps it in his glove, and it's a 5-3 ground out for Orr. And that'll bring up Preston Gall, who flied out to Pegors in right field last time he was at the plate. Don't forget, one more game coming up after this one today, and then that'll conclude day one of the state tournament here for Young Field in West Fargo. That one hit hard, it finds the gap. Right field, he's on with a base hit single. Lined one on the ground into right field. And now Gage Orr will step up to the plate.
Number 1, Gage Orr.
Gage Orr grounded out on a 5-3 on the Vasey to Riedinger connection for Bismarck, and now he'll show bunt. We'll see if he squares up again here on the 1-0, and he will not. Instead, he'll just take the swing and find left field. And Jamestown is starting to click once again here, getting a single here and a single there, and eventually push their runners up on base, and Max Frank will try and contribute to this cause here for Jamestown. He grounded out to third last time he was at the plate. Preston Gall on second, Gage Orr on first. The pitch, and swing and a miss for Frank, strike one. Mason Lunsman is on deck. Frank and Lunsman representing batters 9 and 1 in the lineup here for Jamestown Eagles. Fargo Post 2, 111-0 over Williston, and Mandan won 7-3 over Dickinson the first 2 games of the tournament. And that one's hit the left field, a line drive that'll drop for a base hit. And that will load the bases on back-to-back-to-back singles. And Mason Lunsman steps up to the plate. One out and the base is loaded here, and a big opportunity for Jamestown. We'll see if Machenbacher can pitch the Governors out of this bases loaded 1-out jam that they are in right now. And they're going to have a visit to the mound here for the Governors. They're going to talk things over. They're going to try and calm down the club and see if the coach can contribute to what I just said they needed to do as they start to play Journey's Don't Stop Believing, which is a song that'll get us blocked worldwide. As I look over at my buddy who I always give a hard time to when he plays songs at Post 400. He's not playing the songs today, but I still give him a bad time by default. So 3 runs on 5 hits for Bismarck, 2 runs on 7 hits for Jamestown, and Jamestown threatening to add to that 2 runs they have on the Essentia Health scoreboard. Conference on the mound is concluded, and now we can play ball again. Mason Lunsman 0 for 2, fly out to left, ground out to Ryan Kite, the second baseman. This one comes inside, and it came that close to tying the game. It missed by a centimeter on his front right kneecap. And the 1-0. That's in for a strike. Nice pitch there by Machenbacher. Jamestown with 7 hits already. And that one hit hard to right field, but it drifts foul. Went just a hair early on that swing, and now it's a 1-2 count. And the 1-2. And that one hit high to right and just foul again. Oh, Lunsman now down in the pitcher versus pitcher battle. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So he's fouled away the last 2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Frank first, Orr second, Gall third. The runners on for Jamestown. Connor Hoyt on deck with one away. And the pitch. That one fouled off to the left side of the batter's box. This is the 7th pitch of the at-bat here for Lundsman. And he will swing and miss, and that'll be strike number 2, or strike 3, and strikeout number 2 from Achenbacher. I believe it's 2, yep. Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout from Achenbacher on pitch 55. 40 of those 55 have found the strike zone. Now 2 away bases loaded for Connor Hoyt, who's 1 for 2. Single to right, reach base on an error, pops up, third base side, Vasey going after it, that ends the inning. They strand 3 on base, and they lose out on a big opportunity to retake the lead as Bismarck hangs on with a 3-2 lead over Jamestown here on the Essentia Health scoreboard, and they come up to bat looking to add to that when we return after this.
Tonight, I'll be eating chicken tikka masala with garlic naan. Cheers.
I win again, Patrick.
That's Sir Patrick.
Ooh, sir. Tonight, I'll be eating roasted cauliflower tacos with spicy chipotle sauce. Thank you. Oh! I wasn't ready!
You want cheese to go with that wine?
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford Truck Giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Welcome back, home half of the 4th. Bismarck Governors up to bat. That one fouled up right over the roof of the broadcast station here for strike 1. Batter is Parker Sagsveen, 0 for 1, grounded out to third last time he was at the plate. Home half of the inning brought to you by the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now here to Sagsveen. Ryan Kipe on deck, Max Vig to follow. It's the bottom of the order. It's 7, 8, 9 for the Governors. The 1-1 pitch, that one fouled off, and it's 1-2. If someone were to tell me that we would have over 10 hits after 3 innings of play, I probably would have placed a high dollar bet on that one and probably would have lost, and you would have earned some money. So this has been a fun one so far. A 1-run ball game as Sagsveen will foul that one off into the Jamestown bullpen. Here's the 1-2 from Lundsman. Swing and a miss. Got him for a Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout, his 3rd. And that brings up Ryan Kite. Here's the windup from Lundsman. That one fouled right back, and had that screen not been there, we would have had a broken window.
Yeah, apparently you don't want to.
Of course, in the earlier game, we had one person foul it off, and it snuck its way through the rafters and into the crowd. Nearly hit somebody, but thankfully it did not. 0-2 the count now here to Ryan Kite. Max Vig on deck for the Governors. And the 0-2 pitch from Lundsman. That one popped up, going out towards center field. Preston Gall charging in, and back is the second baseman, Gage Orr, to make the catch. That'll bring up Max Vig, puts 2 away here for Bismarck.
Catcher number 25, Maxon Vig.
No runners on. Vig reached on a fielder's choice on a hard hit ball to third, where they got the lead runner out on a force out at second last time he was up. That pitch just a hair high for a ball, 1-0.
It's funny because you can see his ball head through his
And a swing and a miss for Vig, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
There's the most out of almost anyone I've ever. Ooh, Riggs. Really? Well, behind Chase.
And the 1-1 pitch. Now it comes in for strike number 2.
Punks can't.
What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Pugs got banned from open.
Really?
The Red River Vet, yeah.
And
well, no, he can, I suppose he can
he'll throw it up to complete the strikeout.
He was like mouthing off to the parent.
There'll be a drop third strike to end the inning here as Lunsman picks up another Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout.
We move to the 5th, the score, Bismarck 3.
Jackson Walters, Jacoby Nold, and Peyton Holkalter. Batters 3, 4, and 5. Machenbacher with pitch 57. It's 3-2 in favor of the Governors here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. Back and home.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. All right, welcome back. Jackson Walters, he's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. 1 to left, 1 to center. Just needs 1 to right for the single cycle, if that's even such a thing. I may have just made that up on the fly right now. 0-1 as he takes the first pitch for a strike. And now he's going to go to left center, charging in as a center fielder. It's going to land for a base hit. That's the 8th hit of the game for Jamestown. And they got a runner on base early here. They got back-to-back-to-back singles, and now, after giving up that base hit, another visit to the mound, and I'm wondering if they might pull the plug on Machenbacher here or not. And they will. They will pull the plug on Machenbacher. Unofficially, 58 pitches, 15 balls, and 43 strikes. Probably the official number is usually about two higher than our number, so that's why I say it's unofficial. And so Carson Machenbacher done, and looks like coming in to pitch is going to be number 34, Luke Pengilly. So Pengilly will get some warm-up pitches. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by Essentia Health, Network Center in Fargo, and mortgage lender Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union. Post 400 Baseball, Uber Eats, Game Time, West Fargo Baseball, Essentia Health. Sweet Shots in Fargo, Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, Knickerbocker and Hickson, Runnings, Buffalo Wild Wings, and the Bone and Joint Center in Bismarck, Dickinson, Williston, and 11 other North Dakota locations. You can visit them at bone-joint.com to find a location near you. Once again, Luke Pengilly on the mound taking over for Carson Machenbacher as we reach the 1 hour mark of the ball game now. And it's 3-2 in favor of the Governors over the Eagles here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. Eagles threatened last inning but ended up leaving the bases loaded. Left all 3 runners stranded on base. And now the first pitch of the bottom of the 4th. And they get a single from Jackson Walters into left center over the head of the shortstop Fagerlin, and that was enough for Coach. He came out immediately after that play had come to an end and said, we need to make a change here. So we'll see if Pengilly changes things for the Governors or if the bats continue to click here for Jamestown, as they have clicked rather well, collecting only 2 runs on 8 hits. They've left a grand total of, let me check my numbers here. I have them down for 6 left on base. It looks like our screen matches that. And only 3 left on base for Bismarck so far. So once again, Mike Mason with you here alongside Chris on the camera. And he's done a fantastic job. I want to say thanks to Riley, who did the first 2 games this morning and early this afternoon, for giving myself a little bit of a breather. Can't do all the games, so even though I'd love to, but some people have more superhuman powers than I do. Let's put it that way. Jacoby Nold now will face the first pitch from Pengilly. Runner on first is Jackson Walters. Jamestown looking for their 9th hit of the game. Here's the pitch, and they're going to get that 9th hit. It's going to drop into center field, and it's going to one hop, and he's going to head to third. The throw's not going to make it. Runners on the corners on another single by Jacoby Nold.
Third baseman, number 3, Peyton Holkalter.
Peyton Holkalter 0 for 2 with a pair of ground outs. 1 to the shortstop, 1 to the second baseman in that order. No, check that. 1 to the second baseman, 1 to the shortstop in that order. I had it flip-flopped.
If he wants to kick all the post 2 people off the screen.
And the pitch is outside for a ball.
So you can ban every post 2 person on the screen.
Yeah, we'll turn that down a little bit here, but I did go out and give them a friendly heads up saying, hey, we got some microphones nearby, keep it clean. And I think they've kept it clean since then, but if you heard the one slip up, we do apologize for that. 1 ball, no strike, and make that 2 balls and no strikes here to Peyton Holkalter. That happened a few minutes ago, and I didn't mention it because I wanted some time to pass. So you can't. It's harder to find it when it happens. So 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and got a little bit of a piece of it, and it's 2-1.
Megan's brother, calm down. I guess they did play this week.
I want to say hi to Jim, who's watching from Denver, North Carolina. He's chimed in on the YouTube chat. Thank you so much for watching, Jim. Hope that you're enjoying the broadcast. Hope you've enjoyed all the broadcasts so far today. That one comes in for a ball. It's 3-1 now here to Peyton Holkalter. 3 balls and a strike. Luke Pengilly working his second batter of his outing, and he'll walk him. Now load the bases. With nobody out, Jamestown has the bases loaded. Carson Orr, the batter. 0 for 2, struck out swinging and grounded out last time he was at the plate.
He has not been active.
And the pitch outside for a ball. 1-0, Carson Orr. That ground out that he had after the strikeout was a ground out to third for Carson Orr.
They weren't necessarily overrated. They just choked. Well, because if you look at who he had,
On deck for Jamestown's Preston Gall. That pitch will miss for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Now the Jamestown coach giving some signals here to Carson Orr, and now he gives a signal over to Hochhalter on first.
Both West Fargos were better. It's so hard. I can't throw straight.
And the 2-0, and that one popped straight up and fouled away. 2-1.
I can't throw to my 14-year-old.
Hour and 5 minutes time of the ball game now.
Kindred was worse. Cass is about the same. I thought BP was about the same. Kindred was better this year.
And the 2-1 pitch, and that one sent to center, going deep and running back, and it's over the head, and it's a ground rule double. And as a result, Jamestown will score 2 runs on a bounce over the center field fence off the bat of Carson Orr, whose batting average was 0 lifetime on Magnitude Sports until that happened right there.
I get him up.
Carson Orr now 1 for 5 with a ground rule double to straightaway center field. And Jamestown takes a 4-3 lead here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. And now the ground rule double moves 2 runners into scoring position, and this is the, trying to count them up here, 1, 2, 3. I think this is the 3rd or 4th visit to the mound here for Bismarck, as they are kind of in shell shock right now. And I think he's just gonna talk things over here and be like, okay, guys, I've been out here a couple times already. If I was in his shoes, I wouldn't know what to say, because right now I don't know what to say. So outside of I've been out here a couple times already. So hopefully they have some sort of second trick up their sleeve as the umpire comes to the edge of the mound now, and usually that means it has to end, but now he kind of joins the conversation a little bit. You don't see that too often. Carson Orr on second, got there with the ground rule double. That scored 2 runs for Jamestown. Peyton Hochhalter on third. Preston Gall is the batter. There's nobody out. And Jamestown has taken the lead here in the top of the 5th. 2 runs in the 3rd and 2 runs in the 5th. Goose eggs in the 1st, 2nd, and 4th. All 3 for Bismarck came in the bottom of the 3rd. Pitch is outside for a ball. And that one hit hard down the first base line, but just snuck to the wrong side of the first base bag to collect a base hit on that one. It'll go into the books as a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike now. Here in favor of nobody right now. 1 ball, 1 strike in favor of nobody. And the 1-1 pitch bounces on the turf for ball 2. Once again, Preston Gall, the batter on deck, is Gage Orr. Gall and Orr representing batters 7 and 8 in the lineup. Carson Orr on second, Peyton Hochhalter on third. The runners on for Jamestown. They're up 4-3 here in the top of the 5th. 2 balls and a strike to Preston Gall. Pengilly winds and delivers, and it's low for ball 3. If Pengilly loads the bases here on a walk, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we see another visit to the mound, and that's possibly it. Just a little bit of a prediction here.
Didn't I hit a leadoff single and run corner came in and run and you got canned or something?
Pitch, that one going to right center field, and that one's going to drop for a hit. Scoring is Peyton Hochhalter. They will pump the brakes on Carson Orr at third, and it's an RBI single for Preston Gall to make it 5-3 in favor of Jamestown here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. They're just finding all the right places to drop hits in, Jamestown is right now, and it's paying dividends for the Eagles. And there's another visit to the mound, and Pengilly's like, here's the ball. And that's it. The Governors are going to be on their third pitcher here in this inning. As they've given up 3 runs, they have runners on the corners, and there's still nobody out, and they're down 5-3. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll return with more here in a little bit. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is and all that good stuff in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
All right, there's a look at Matt Porter. He'll be the new pitcher. As I browse around the infield and outfield, I didn't see any additional changes. I believe it's just a straight change at pitcher here. They started this top of the 5th inning with, I'm drawing a blank now. Carson Machenbacher was pitching at the start of the 3rd inning. Then Luke Pengilly came in. And now it is Matt Porter. And they've gone through 3 pitchers, and there's still nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. And Bismarck looking for a solution here. We'll see if Matt Porter is the solution. As they go through too many pitches, that could get them in trouble later in the tournament, regardless of where they fall. And that one hit out to right field, and shallow right field, drifting back, was Ryan Kipe to make the grab. And now he'll toss it to Vig, and that will hold Carson Orr on first, and that's the first out of the inning. I want to say hi to Kale. Thanks so much for your contribution to Magnitude Sports, Kale. Much appreciated. So Gajor will fly out to shallow right where the second baseman makes the catch, and now the first pitch is delivered for a strike to Max Franck. And that one hit and goes foul. Jamestown gets all 3 of the runs that Bismarck scored back in the bottom of the 3rd. They get them back here in the top of the 5th, and they're looking for more. They got one that's 90 feet away. They got another one that's 180 feet away. 1st and 3rd. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Max Franck, the batter, on deck here for Jamestown is Mason Lunsman. Franck and Lunsman, 9-1 as we'd flip it back to the top of the order here, assuming no double plays happen. And the pitch outside for a ball. 3-1. Or, I'm sorry, 2-2 apparently. Yep, 2-2. I read it wrong. And that one's fouled off. It will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. Once again, Preston Gall on first. Carson Orr on third for the Jamestown Eagles. And that one hit hard down the third base line and fair into left field, drifting into foul territory. Scoring is Carson Orr. Moving into second is Preston Gall on the RBI single by Frank. As that one just barely snuck in front of the line on the opposite side of the third base bag. And it's an RBI single, scoring Carson Orr to make it 6-3 as Jamestown now doubles up here on Bismarck. Preston Gall on second, Max Frank on first. Mason Lunsman is returned to the top of the order now. And the pitch, Lunsman fouls it off for strike one. Fly out, ground out, and a strikeout in this game. Fly out to left, ground out to second, and a strikeout swinging last time he was at the plate. No balls and one strike. That one, no balls and two strikes as he fouls back-to-back pitches off to the same side, to the left side of the batter's box towards the Governor's dugout. One away. Can Porter get the second out here on the 0-2 pitch? No, he cannot. He'll be popped up right field and drifting. Did he make the catch? I don't know if he made it or not. He did make the catch. So it's a deep fly out to right for the second out. Runners will advance, so it's the equivalent of a sack bunt. And now Connor Hoyt.
Left fielder number 15, Connor Hoyt.
6 runs on 12 hits. And it doesn't seem to matter who's pitching for Bismarck. Jamestown's making contact with the bat. I don't know if they crammed in every video that they could find of the Governors on all their pitchers or what, but that one fly out to center, and it's going to drop for a hit. And scoring the run is Preston Gall from third. Rounding third from second is Max Frank. It's a 2-run RBI single for Connor Hoyt, and now Jamestown has taken an 8-3 lead. And once again, they find the right spots in the outfield. The outfielders either play a step too deep or a step too shallow. The infielders play a step too far in, and now a wild pitch will allow Hoyt to move to the second base. And I think the Bismarck coach, as I look over, is just kind of staring off into right center field to the left of the scoreboard, wondering what's going on. Jackson Walters, the batter. 1 ball, no strike. They get 2 balls and no strikes. He has a trio of singles in this game. 1 to left center, 1 to center. And a strike. 2-1. We're still in the top of the 5th, and if Bismarck can't collect that third out sometime soon, they might be in trouble here. And taking off for third, and he didn't. He's going to be out. Matt Porter just kind of like, it almost looked like he wasn't even going to try and make the throw. I don't think he realized what was happening. Well, that will complete that crazy inning for Jamestown. They get 6 in the top of the 5th. 8 runs on 13 hits. They leave 1 runner on base. No, they leave 0 runners on base, excuse me. And we'll be back after this here on Magnitude Sports. The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive. Jamestown up 8-3 here on the Essentia Health scoreboard, and delivering a strike is Mason Lunsman to Lucas Vasey. Vasey 1 for 2, flied out to Preston Gall in center, then he singled to right center on his 2 trips to the plate. One bouncer to third, and a half across the diamond throw as Hochhalter picked that one up close to the pitcher's mound. Didn't quite have to make a hard throw to throw him out, and Vasey's out on a 5-3 ground out.
Center fielder number 9, Gavin Lill.
Gavin Lill will step up to the plate now here for Bismarck, as it's 1 up, 1 down for the Governors.
He had a bunt single and a blue. It was not a blue. Yes. No, it was not. It was a line drive to left. No.
That one's fouled away for a strike.
I looked to Josh as he's doing that, and I was about to say, hey, scoot up, he's going to bunt. Throw the pitch. I knew it, too.
And I believe that came in for a ball. I was looking down and jotting down some stats here. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 hour, 21 minutes into the ball game, and 8-3 in favor of Jamestown on the Essentia Health scoreboard. Here's the pitch. A little bit high. That's ball 2. And that one will find its way into center field. It's a base hit for Gavin Lill. And now Isaac Pegors will step up to the plate, and he has some pop in his bat.
Number 7, Isaac Pegors.
And he could deliver a boost of confidence here if he gets the pitch that he's looking for. Lunsman will set, deliver. That one comes in a little bit low. It's a ball to Pegors. On deck is Noah Riedinger.
That's fine. Hi, Brady's mom.
And the 1-0. That one is popped up, going towards right field. Racing back is Gage Orr, and he'll be called off by his teammate Jackson Walters in right. And for playing his 2nd or 3rd game in right field, Jackson Walters is doing a pretty good job out in right field today here in this state tournament game. So Pegors flies out. Jackson Walters might get more trips to right field if they have this much success. We'll see if the coach agrees with me or not. But 2 away now here in the bottom of the 5th. And the Governors find themselves trailing by 5 with 7 outs to work with. 1 hour and 23 minutes time of the game. That pitch will just miss for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Riedinger. Carter Kruger is a scheduled batter on deck. Riedinger and Kruger representing batters 4 and 5 in the lineup here for the Governors. There's a curveball that caught the inside edge, leaving the count up at a ball and a strike, 1-1. And now time is called as Lunsman checks up on Lill on about 3 occasions. Riedinger will do something to the end of his bat, brush off some dust or something, and now he'll hit a ball out towards Jacoby Nold. Nold fires over to first. That's out number 3. Lil stranded on base. And now Jamestown has another chance to add to their 8-3 lead. It remains 8-3 in favor of Jamestown here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Here, when our path takes an unexpected turn, we keep moving forward. When life sends us a message, we listen. When you're determined to beat the odds, we help you plan for what's next. This is commitment, resourcefulness, determination. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
All right, a hit to left field, not quite. It's going to be snagged by Fagerlin as he moves from his shortstop into shallow left and able to snag it with the edge of his glove. Jackson Walters' 1,000 batting average comes to an end. He's now 3 for 4. On the line drive pop out. Jacoby Nold, the batter now. 2 for 3, fly out, double and a single. Fly out to right, double to left, single to center. 0-1. And that one cranked foul.
This kid using one piece. Exactly. One piece kids look like
I believe I'd have to double check our record holders section on our website, but I believe the record for most hits in a baseball game is 16. I'll have to double check that one. If that's true, Jamestown's close to it. That one's fouled off for another strike, or a second 0-2 count coming up here. You know what I meant to say there. 0-2. Let's keep it at that. Wind up in the delivery. 0-2. That one cranked foul. And it'll remain 0-2. One away. We'll see Peyton Holcalter for sure this inning. Carson Orr to follow if we can get that far into the lineup. 2 in the third, 6 in the fifth for Jamestown, and that pitch will bounce off the turf for a ball. 1-2. Bismarck with 3 in the bottom of the third. Goose eggs the rest of the columns. And that is going to be hit number 14 for the Jamestown Eagles as Jacoby Nold will single out into right field. And that'll bring up Peyton Holcalter. You can also watch all these games live on our website at Magnitude SN as well. MagnitudeSN.com to be more specific. 1 ball, no strikes here to Holcoulter. And that one misses for ball 2.
So if we would have stuck there, if you got rid of Woods, I think, after my 8th grade year, maybe. I can't find it. You know, and got the medal, I think. I don't know if that is.
Mandan, wait, no, that was a high school game. So or that was a softball game. The Post 400 Astros hold the A record at 24 hits in a game. I don't have anybody who holds the AA record, but we don't really divide it by leagues. We just do one, whoever has the most. So I guess they're maybe a little bit off, about 10 hits away from tying that, 11 from breaking it. So they might have. We'll see how they do here in the next few innings, but 2 balls and 2 strikes, and make that a strikeout looking for Holcoulter. So Matt Porter
number 55, Carson Orr,
has now put 2 away here, and now Carson Orr will try and start some 2-out magic. Carson Orr had never had a hit on magnitude until his last at bat. He'd scored 2 runs on a ground rule double over the center field fence last time he was at the plate. Strikeout, ground out to third, and the ground rule double. Part of a 6-run top of the 5th for Jamestown. This one a hard hit ball, snagged nicely there by Fogelin. He fires it over to Ryan Kipe at second for the force out, and that will do it for this inning. It's a 4-up, 3-down inning for Jamestown. They leave 1 on base, and we go now to the bottom of the 6th with Kruger, Fogelin, and Sagsveen. When we return after this here on Magnitude.
Runnings is celebrating 75 years in business with an incredible 2022 Ford truck giveaway. Just imagine you hitting the road in a brand new, fully loaded Runnings Red Super Crew 4x4 truck. Don't imagine it. Make it happen by entering to win now through August 10th. To register, grab a prize card from your local Runnings store or visit runnings.com/2022 Ford Truck Giveaway. No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older to enter. Enter to win today. And thank you for shopping at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store.
Buffalo Wild Wings win-win value lineup gives you and your friends more for less. With buy one, get one half off traditional wings every Tuesday. Buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. And $3 tolls every day. Only at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, welcome back. This is Carter Kruger at the plate. 2 for 2, infield single and a single to center, and now he'll ground out to Gage Ord, second on a 4-3. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Jamestown Eagles are leading 8-3 here on the Essentia Health scoreboard over the Bismarck Governors.
Shortstop number 17, Michael Fagerlin.
So now the shortstop, Mike Fagerlin, 0 for 2 with a pop out to the third baseman in foul territory, and then he struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. Lunsman delivers a little bit high for a ball, 1-0.
No, that's what makes baseball fun. What makes baseball fun is no salary cap. When you got teams like the A's that make their run every year.
And that one's fouled back for a strike. 1-1 the count now here to Fagerlin. On deck is Parker Sagsveen. Ryan Kipe to follow if we can get that far into the lineup. Mason Lunsman, according to my numbers, this here is pitch 84. That one's a little high and out for ball 2. And the next pitch will be pitch 85 unofficially here for Lunsman. A crazy 5th inning where Jamestown scored 6 has been the difference in this one. Jamestown took a 2-0 lead in the top of the 3rd. Bismarck responded by scoring 3 in the bottom half of the 3rd to take a 3-2 lead. Jamestown would get those 3 runs back in the top of the 5th, and they would tack on 3 additional runs. And that's where we sit right now at 8-3. 8 runs on 14 hits and 1 Bismarck error. Bismarck 3 runs on 6 hits and no Jamestown errors. Here's the pitch, 3-2. That one, a line drive to center. One bounce, and they'll be scooped up there by Preston Gall.
Left fielder number 21, Parker Sagsby.
So Fagerlund gets a base hit, and that ends his 0-4-2 streak, and now he's 1-for-3. Parker Sagsby 0-for-2, looking to replicate that process there. He swings early and goes right to his coach, fouled away off the third base side for a strike. Sagsby 0-for-2, grounded out to third, then he struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. Now he's down on the count 0-1 with Ryan Kipe on deck. 1 away, 1 runner on. That's Fagerlund on first. Lunsman will get the signal. Now he'll check out Fagerlund, check him out a second time. Wine deliver the 0-1, and that's fouled at the plate for 0-2. And the 0-2. Oh, check swing foul to the right side of the batter's box. Got jammed up there. 90 tosses for Lunsman, 28 balls, 62 strikes. 0-2 here. Winds and delivers. And that is just a hair high. And Sagveen had to catch his breath for a moment. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout number 5 for Mason Lunsman.
Second baseman number 2, Ryan Kipe.
And that puts 2 outs on the board and brings up Ryan Kipe, 1-for-2. He would single to left and then fly out to center. And this one's popped up, sent straight back for strike 1. 0-1 on the fouled away pitch. 1 hour and 37 minutes time of the ball game so far. And once again, the pitch limit is 105. I have Lunsman coming up here with 94, so he's about 11 away from his pitch limit. And that one will come inside for a ball, 1-1. So he has 11 more tosses. He would be allowed to finish the batter if he reaches that 11th during an at-bat. And that one fouled off for strike 2, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So now Lunsman has approximately 10 pitches remaining, according to my numbers. And he's made the most of the first 95. Here's pitch 96. Swing and a miss, and he got him again for Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout number 6. And that takes care of Bismarck here in the home half of the 6th. We move to the top of the 7th, and Jamestown will have one last chance to add some insurance. Preston Gall, Gage Orr, Max Frank. Batters 7, 8, and 9. It's the bottom of the order. When we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
You didn't like the call? Please remember the officials on the court and the field have the best view of the action as it happens. More officials are needed. People like you. Stay connected to the game you love. Contact the NDHSAA, MSHSL, or your local high school to find out how to become an official. This message courtesy of Magnitude Sports.
All right, 8-3 in favor of Jamestown here on the Essentia Health scoreboard here, and the 6 innings complete. Most of the damage done in the top of the 5th. Bismarck and Jamestown combined for 5 of the 12 runs in the 3rd inning. 5 of the 11 runs, excuse me. My math teacher would be disappointed in me. Get a through Algebra 2, and now I can't even do simple addition that I learned in 4th grade. So, but 5 of the 11 runs scored in the 3rd inning of play, and then Jamestown with a 6-run top of the 5th, and that's where we sit right now. Goose eggs in the rest of the columns here for. See, it looks like I think Matt Porter is still on the mound. He was taking a few extra pitches there.
Leading off the top half of the 7th inning, center fielder number 59, Preston Gall.
Okay, yeah, and I thought I saw a different number. I just got confirmation that Preston Barch is pitching now for Bismarck. So the 8 turned into a 6, and that one's hit up high, right center field. Isaac Pegors is there. He makes the catch. That's out number 1. 1 up, 1 down on 1 pitch for Preston Barch.
Second baseman number 1, Gage Orr.
And Gage Orr, 1 for 3. Ground out to 3rd, a single to left, and a pop out to the second baseman, Ryan Kipe, in shallow right. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Nice pitch there by Barch. Barch is the 4th pitcher of the afternoon here for the Bismarck Governors. He'll wind up and deliver the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. It looked like Gage Orge wanted to pull that swing back, but could not. It's a nice, I don't know if that's orange or red. It looks kind of orange from up here. I like his bat. And the Bismarck Governors almost didn't like his bat. Ryan Kipe able to stretch out and make a nice catch on the run. And all of a sudden, those base hits are falling right on the edge of the glove instead of on the ground about a centimeter in front or behind the outfielder. So Bismarck catching up to it, but the question is it too little too late? We will have to find out. Max Franck 2 for 3, ground out to 3rd. Since then, a pair of singles to left field. And since then, no balls and 2 strikes. Barch winds up, and that one's outside for a ball, 1-2. That pitch will miss, and now we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 3, and Buffalo Wild Wings strikeout number 1 for Preston Barch, and a total of 4 for the Governors. Mason Lunsman will maybe go back to the mound. We'll see. Whoever's on the mound will face batters 9-1 and 2. Max Vig, Lucas Facey, and Gavin Lill. It's 8-3 in favor of Jamestown over Bismarck here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. We're back in a moment.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health, Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
All right, welcome back. Last chance for Bismarck. They need 5 runs or 6 to win it and walk it off. How many of those can they get? Mason Lunsman has that 100 pitches, so he has 5 pitches to work with here against Max Vig, Lucas Vasey, and Gavin Lill, and now he has 4 pitches to work with. As that pitch comes in for a strike to Max Vig. Vig 0 for 2, reached on the fielder's choice, was thrown out on a drop third strike, fouls this one away, out of play for strike 2. So that's 102 pitches now for Lunsman. Unless he gets 2 1-pitch, 1-out pitches here, and there's strike 3. So he has 103. He'll get, if Vasey goes 1-pitch, 1-out, then Lunsman would have a chance to finish this game. Swing and a miss for a strike. And that's pitch 10, or that was the previous batter, I guess.
Third baseman, number 4, Lucas Vasey.
Now Lucas Vasey steps up to the plate with 1 out. And that is pitch 105, so he'll be able to finish his at-bat here battle with Lucas Vasey. And then we'll see a new pitcher for Gavin Lill. That one fouled back. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike here to Lucas Vasey. Now on's inside for a ball. 2-1 now here to Vasey. And now it's inside for 3-1, and we'll see if Lunsman can get it, attack the strike zone here successfully on these upcoming pitches. 3-1 is low, he'll walk him. I had him down for 108 pitches, 34 balls, and 74 strikes. And that is a line drive out to Peyton Hochhalter at third. So I'll do it. 108 pitches, 33 balls, 75 strikes for Mason Lunsman. He goes 7 2/3 innings. Or check that, 6 2/3 innings. And he is pumped up. And he's getting some high fives from his teammates and coaches. And the new pitcher here will be, let's take a look here. Let's see if we can grab a jersey number really quick. Number 11. Okay, I had Thomas Newman as number 12 in my roster, so that's why it was a little bit off. But Thomas Newman will come in and try and get the final out of this game, as Jamestown needs 1 out and Bismarck needs 5 runs. And we'll see which team gets what they need first here. It's definitely an uphill battle here for Bismarck, as they came into this game and used up 4 pitchers in 1 inning. And now I think they went through a total of 5 altogether. I'd have to go back and double check. Matter of fact, while he's warming up, I can go back and double check that right now here. They've gone through 4 pitches. They started with Carson Machenbacher. He played the first, second, third, fourth, and he played the first 4 innings. He pitched the first 4 innings. He started inning number 5, gave up, I think, 3 runs with nobody out. They switched to Luke Pengilly. he would pitch a total of 15 pitches, and then Pengilly would be pulled. Matt Porter would come in to finish the 5th inning, but he would be pulled at pitch 28, and now, or no, Preston Barch, I think, is the one who finished the 5th inning, and I had him down for 9 pitches. And assuming that this game does not go into the 8th inning, he would more than likely end the evening with 9 pitches, according to my numbers unofficially. So almost a complete game for Mason Lunsman. And I remember somebody texted me saying that Lunsman was a stud with his center field play. Well, he certainly dominated on the mound today. Strike one, not a bad first pitch from Thomas Newman. And the Jamestown fans in attendance gave a standing ovation. And he dropped the ball, and that'll be an error. He had the ball in his glove. He went to grab the ball out of his glove with his other hand, and then the ball slipped out of his glove, and Gavin Lill will reach on an error. Jacoby Nold, something tells me he'd like to have another crack at that one. And now hit by a pitch, and Isaac Pegors will move to base, and all of a sudden, Bismarck has runners on base with 2 away here. Noah Riedinger, the batter now.
First baseman number 19, Noah Riedinger.
Riedinger was 1 for 3, one fly out to right center, a double to the wall and left, and a ground out to Jacoby Nold, the shortstop, and now he is hit by a pitch as well, and Bismarck has the bases loaded. Riedinger would presumably go to first.
That's what I'm thinking. 2 outs.
Hopefully he's okay. He'll get a fist bump from his coach, and his coach will share a few words, and looks like he'll stay on base.
Number 10, Carter Kruger.
Oh, we'll make it interesting, right?
Well, Bismarck is hoping for a couple of big hits here from their upcoming batters. Carter Kruger steps up to the plate. Mike Fagerlin is on deck. Parker Sagsveen would be behind him, assuming they don't make any changes and assuming we can get that far in the lineup with 2 away. This one, a grounder towards short. Flip to second. That does it. The Jamestown Eagles have defeated the 2-seed Bismarck Governors here on the first day of the state tournament by the final score of 8-3 here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. And it was about 1 year today that the 7th seed defeated the 2 seed. And we know what happened with that 7th seed. And they certainly brought some energy here today. As the 2 teams shake hands at home plate. That will do it for our broadcast. We'll have one more game coming up for you here in about an hour and 8 minutes. 7:30 p.m. Official line score, 8 runs on 14 hits, 1 Bismarck error. They left 7 on base. And Bismarck Three runs on 7 hits, 1 Jamestown error, and they leave a total of 8 on base. Your final line score here. And that'll do it. 8-3 in favor of the Jamestown Eagles. Your final score here on the Essentia Health scoreboard. That'll do it. We'll talk to you in about an hour and 7 minutes here on Magnitude Sports with our final game of the night.
Proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.